Hey everyone, Leroy here with the latest edition of the Koppers 412 delivered to you this month on 412. The 412, 4 things I want you to know, 1 thing to think about, and 2 things to look forward to. Starting off with 4 things that I'd like you to know. Now the first is an update on last month's 1 thing to think about, which was my ask to all of you about ways that we at Koppers could be helpful to citizens of Ukraine in the war precipitated by Russia's invasion. Now we received several great ideas on raising money, providing much needed supplies, encouraging colleagues to demonstrate compassion to Russians in their communities who may be unfairly harassed as a result of actions they don't support, and finally, providing direct support for Ukrainians attempting to flee their country to seek safety. To that last point, Kirsten Poulsen and Herben Nahus, 2 Koppers team members based in Denmark, have been working for close to a month to help a Ukrainian family they knew find shelter in Denmark as they were attempting to escape. They reached out to me to see if Koppers could sponsor the family and provide assistance once out of Ukraine. We of course agreed to do that, and I woke today to happily find out that they had finally made it to Kirsten's home safely. Kirsten, Herben, and everyone else involved in this humanitarian effort, thank you for sharing your caring heart to others when they need it the most. And that's not the only thing that we're doing to help. At the end of March, we communicated that Koppers was partnering with the United Way to collect funds that will be distributed directly to organizations providing critical support like shelter, food, and hygiene kits to the people of Ukraine who have been impacted by the senseless violence. Further to that, Koppers will continue to match all employee donations dollar for dollar in support of Ukraine through April 15th. And every dollar truly does count, so please consider making a donation if you're able. Okay, the second thing I want you to know about this month is that our 2021 annual report and 2022 notice of annual meeting and proxy statement are officially completed. You can take a look at the annual report by visiting the homepage of koppers.com, and anyone that's a shareholder will receive a copy of the annual report and the proxy. I want to particularly thank the Griffin marketing team led by Tom Horvat, especially Sarah O'Donnell for the annual report cover design and Samantha Hudson for the proxy cover design. Also, Buffy Flesher created the layout of the inside pages and finalized the finishing touches to get our annual report ready for printing. Awesome job, marketing team. Once again, you knocked it out of the park. Additional thanks go to the finance and legal teams for their hard work in completing these important milestones which are required as part of preparing for our annual shareholders meeting, which will take place later this year on May 5th, 2022. Number 3 on the list of things I want you to know about is the recent sale of our Sweetwater, Tennessee pole treating facility. Now, as we've continued to look at how we can use our treating assets more efficiently, it made sense to consider consolidating capacity given where we stood from an overall utilization standpoint. We went through a structured process to vet interested parties and ultimately were able to work out the best deal with Koppers Wood Preservers, a large residential treater who also happened to be an important wood preservative customer of ours. Anyway, I view this sale as a win-win for both parties, and I'm happy that the employees at that site will have a chance to continue on with Koppers. Thanks to all of our former Sweetwater team members for all they did for Koppers, and on behalf of the entire company, I wish them all the best in the future. The 4th and final thing I want you to know about in this update is the hiring of our new Vice President of Culture and Engagement. Now, I'm excited to say that after a 4-month national search, we've added Stephen Lucas to the Koppers team, and his official first day with us was yesterday, 4/11. Stephen brings to Koppers over 30 years of experience working at leading global manufacturers, most recently serving as the Global Division Vice President of Human Resources at a Chicago-based manufacturer of electronic instruments and electromechanical devices. Now, in our 4-month process, the search team saw a number of very talented individuals, several of which could have also made a great addition to our team. We ultimately settled upon Stephen because throughout our process, he did his homework on Koppers and demonstrated a thoughtful approach to how he could add value by creating a high-value organization, making C&E more metrics-driven, balancing compassion and accountability, and making others feel valued, which would lead to making Koppers an employer of choice. Now, Stephen's remaining in Chicago, and who would have thought that would have even been a possibility just a few years ago? But he will be on the road extensively, either in Pittsburgh or even more likely out at a facility near you. Please help me in welcoming Stephen to Koppers. Now on to 1 thing I want you to think about. Administrative Professionals Day is coming up on April 27th. And while everyone out there may not have an admin supporting you, you all have someone supporting you. In my role, I get plenty of support throughout the organization, but of course, Denise Young does the heavy lifting of supporting me day in and day out and does an amazing job. She literally handles so many things for me so I can focus on the crisis at hand. And sorry to say, but there's always some crisis happening at any point in time. Thank you, Denise, for all you do for me and our company. You are truly one of our unsung heroes. Now, on the personal side, my wife Ginger is my supportive rock. She's beside me every step of the way, never knowing from day to day whether what she was planning on will need to get canceled or rescheduled due to something changing in my work schedule. She takes it all in stride, always stays positive, and still loves me when I'm at my worst. Thank you, Ginge, and I love you. So who provides your support day in and day out? Could be your admin, could be your spouse, or both, as in my case, or someone else entirely. Reach out and thank them. Give them a call. Send them a note. Send them a small or even a large token of your appreciation. Those that are there for us the most oftentimes get overlooked. Let this be a reminder to make that course correction if needed. Finally, 2 things to look forward to. First is Earth Day. That's coming up fast and will be celebrated on April 22nd. This year it takes on an even greater meaning at Koppers as it provides a clear connection to our purpose, values, and sustainability strategy. In celebration, we're encouraging the teams at each of our facilities to get involved in a community activity during the week of April 18th to the 22nd. If we all come together and make the effort to do just one small thing in support of taking care of our planet, we have the ability to make a real impact in protecting and preserving our environment and the communities where we live and work. Now, if your team doesn't have an activity planned yet, there's still time, and I encourage you to consider getting involved. Also, keep an eye out for special Earth Day package for you and your family that will be mailed home very soon. Now, the second thing to look forward to is a little further out, and it's our 2nd annual Truck Driving Championship. I'm very excited to announce that we'll be holding this year's event on November 8th in person in the 412, or otherwise known as Pittsburgh. We experienced extraordinary safety improvements in 2021 due to our drivers' commitment to zero harm while out on the road delivering essential products to our customers. And we want to recognize those drivers who consistently demonstrate safe driving behaviors, and as a result, top qualifiers who meet the competition criteria from each business unit will compete in the Truck Driving Championship to determine who is the most skilled driver in Koppers while also earning a cash prize. Now, the qualification period began in September of 2021 and ends in August of 2022. Take a look on screen at the current driver leaderboard through February of 2022. We still have a few months to go before the competitor list is finalized, so for all of our drivers, keep doing your best out on the road to keep yourself and others safe, and put yourself in the running for the championship. Hope to see you in Pittsburgh in November. That does it for this time. Until I see you next time, as always, I urge you to stay safe and stay strong.